Start with the invocation of Henry, followed by the flag salute.
Father in heaven, we thank you for this beautiful day. We thank you for the blessings you bestow on us. We thank you for this wonderful free nation that we live in. Lord, help us to be good stewards of this world and this universe that you've created. We gratefully acknowledge you as creator. And we acknowledge that you are still truly in charge of your creation. And Lord, today I raise up our commissioners. Grant them wisdom and your guidance in the decisions that are made here today. Lord, I offer this prayer in the name of your Son and our Savior, Jesus. Amen.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Okay, Tina, there you go.
Okay. We have the sales tax that was received in the amount of $54,549.11. And then we have the payday total, which is $1,107,414.29. You should all have the warrant register in your packet, and we have the hard print out here.
But I got it right now, you can't have it.
Page one there, Tina, under that second item. We, Sheriff's Department, we provide accessories. They still provide their own firearm.
That would be a question for Rob. I know we see charges for ammunition and things
Well, yeah,
like that,
ammunition.
so, but I don't know about the firearm themselves.
I know in the past, I might be wrong in that, maybe Randy knows, sheriff's officers, don't they provide their own weapon?
I don't think anymore.
No?
I think there's a standard that they put.
There's a standard that they have to follow as far as type and
I think
caliber
so.
and
I
all.
think.
Do you want me to call and ask him?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that's just for my own.
Yeah, because I haven't asked that question lately.
I can do
So I know at one time, sheriff, police, a lot of them all had different types
Oh, yeah,
of
yeah.
weapons. You know?
Yeah, no two departments.
Some
maybe have
bigger,
this-
some bigger stuff, some
Yeah.
smaller stuff. Of course, I know that aren't the vehicles equipped with the assault type shotgun? I'm not even sure about that anymore.
Yeah, the city used to, when us city police used to provide the shotgun, but we provide our own handguns. Repair bills for the Foley equipment's pretty heavy this month.
Commissioners have questions. We bought a gun belt.
On page 6.
Page 6.
Got belt to the sheriff.
Well, this was holster, two holster.
Sheriff Crack said that the county provides the firearms.
They do too.
Yes.
And so I also have a question on page 1, and that is the very first one, and that is the Adam Jones Law Firm bill, which is $2,000. I noticed on the individual bill, it does not show any services or any charges for June the 3rd, the 4th, and I think the 10th when we had.
These invoices are for May, I
Okay,
believe.
so I thought it was.
So we'll be getting another bill that shows the June.
Oh, I thought it was a little longer than that, but that's okay.
I
Maybe
can
misread it.
look at it, but I'm pretty sure it was for the month of May.
Okay. I thought maybe it was gonna be a free gift. Maybe not.
Maybe not.
Maybe it's in there.
And
Just
if
a-
you had all had a copy of it, and I had it in your mail folder last week, but, or on Monday, but yes, it's just May, through May 31st.
Okay, I'm sorry.
That's
I
okay.
didn't even pay attention to that. I just assumed that it was on there.
Don't,
Okay. That's one question.
Help me out right there.
What's that?
Oh, Hanny.
Annie.
Hannaford.
Oh, Hanford.
Yeah,
I see.
I got the clock now.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you.
You know, on page 7, this Centos Corporation,
Central? Cent-
our road bridge uniforms, is that new or,
no. And that's for their shirts.
right?
It's a laundry service, and then some of the men use them for jeans and jackets, but then, the commission several years ago took action to provide the shirts.
Right.
If any of the employees want to do the jackets or the jeans, they have to pay for that through a payroll deduction.
Okay, but we handle all the laundry charge on them then,
Yes, for the shirts.
for the shirts.
Mhm. That was something that, I don't know how many years ago that has been, the commission decided to do that.
8 or 10 anyway.
It's
at
been
least, yeah.
quite a while.
Is it this, do they have more, do they have like a short sleeve shirt and a long sleeve shirt for the winter or?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're the blue shirts that you see.
Yeah, I'm just
The,
curious.
the transfer station and weed department, I think, also use them.
So does this, do we buy the shirts from this company and they also handle the laundry?
There's a charge when you order the shirts, and then there's a monthly charge just to, and they take them, they launder them, and then they replace any that get worn out.
Or they'll patch them, I think, if there's a
Yeah.
hole or something in them too.
They kind of maintain them.
But I know up at Fort Riley when we had them, so we didn't own them, because
No.
we left, we had
Yeah.
to turn them back, so
Right.
we didn't buy them,
Yeah.
yeah.
That's the same.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just that's the standard service that those places people usually do. Alternately, you could decide to buy the shirts and have everybody do their own. You know.
I guess it would be, take a little cost analysis to do that. I'm just wondering, I mean, we spend a lot of money on shirts and laundering and everything else.
Of course, you wouldn't have the same appearance, because I've seen that form also. And some people will actually wear what they slept in sometimes.
Yeah.
It looks like, I mean, kind of bad.
But you know, in the summertime, you could almost go to a heavy t-shirt.
However,
I don't know.
our company will let the meter readers do it, but that's about the only one that can do that. If you're meter reading, you can get a shirt that says Atmos, and it's bright orange. But other than that, the rest of us gotta be new.
It is an expense, but personally, I think it says a lot about the county and our guys that are out there. They represent the county. I think it's wise to do it. I support it.
Because that was one of the reasons, was what you said was ugly before.
And you know, that's odd too, well, it's not odd, but it is true, you know, when you have somebody that works for a company,
Yeah.
and there they are, people will get out of bed and just come to work and say much for the company.
Well, they can do that and whoever's doing the laundry now, I suppose.
I suppose, but at least once or twice a week, they do wear a freshly
Yeah, there you go.
pressed shirt, yeah.
So then my other question is on page 19. It's got Park RMB BLGS shirts.
That's Park reimbursed bluegrass shirts. So they would have been, if they had some, they would purchase shirts and then the event should reimburse. I haven't looked at that
These were
specifically.
shirts that were sold.
Yes,
Okay.
yes, bought, and then to be for resale.
You said page 17?
19.
Okay, thank you. Generally, the way that, I haven't looked at that particular one, but generally that's the way they do it. They'll buy,
For the Bluegrass Festival, they
Yeah.
pay out all the expenses and then what they collect comes back in and covers the cost.
And our county councilor's fee, that was the new, is that a monthly fee now, $3,500?
Yes.
Yeah.
Is this a new format that we have, or did my thing just print it off crazy?
It's,
The same, it just is the way I printed it off, I guess. This looks a little different to me.
okay.
And to me too.
Well, it could be that it's a slightly different report.
Okay.
Our usual person is not in the office, so it could be a different, we run multiple reports, so it could be a slightly different report. Or printed
Yeah.
on a different printer and may have turned out different.
Okay, but ultimately we'll go back to the other way.
Usually what you'll see is exactly what you see every month, so.
That omelet billing, that should be our last one, right? May?
I can check with Travis. I thought the last one was our last one, but.
Okay, because I'm guessing that this would have been the May.
Let me pull that invoice and see what it looks like. I know when you do transition a service, sometimes there are some straggling things that have to, it just takes time to run that out. I don't know if this will tell you if it's the final or not. It is for May, but it doesn't say it,
Doesn't say final or anything.
no. You're welcome to look at it.
Really don't say anything. I guess it'd
Do
be,
you want me to ask him?
well, it'd be kind of nice to know, because
I'll see
I
if he's-
think in our own minds, we thought May was kind of the cutoff. But like you said, whether there's a straggler of things.
It kind of depends on when they have the bills and everything, but I would think that by now you would be pretty well finished.
Unless there's some coming in for collection that they're just now collecting or something.
Right.
charge it.
Yeah.
You know, they've already sent the billing out. They
Right.
get it back.
That's what I mean,
That's
with
what- yeah,
stragglers.
Yeah.
Our workshop today, any sponsors, is when they invoice the last one for Okay. Okay. Okay, so, all right, that's what they did in May. Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay, I spoke with Jamie, and she said that the agreement ended May 18th. So this is the last larger invoice you'll see from Omni. There will be some other ones, but it'll be less. And it's because of, so they won't be doing any new billings, but they'll just follow through on the ones they already have. So,
And so I have another question I'm looking at here on the rock, and I'm on page 1213. So there's a list of rock that we purchased, a large amount, $78,000, the total in rock that we purchased, and I see one place that says Harshman. So then on the second page it continues, and did we buy all that from Harshman? Is that what we're getting billed from? Is that all from Harshman this month?
probably, but let me look. Yes. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 lines there, yes.
And then just one general question. I noticed, and I'm just asking this question, I noticed when we buy, I'm assuming on page 12, there's, under Lloyd Davies, there's $1,021. It just CHCNP IT service. I'm not sure what that is. But it brings to my mind, when we buy laptops for employees and stuff, and I see the one you're using is HP, which is exactly what I have, HP, I love them. But we always pay somewhere in the neighborhood of $1,000 to $1,500 or something, give or take, for a laptop. And I'm wondering why we pay that kind of money for the basic laptop.
Well, it depends on what capabilities that the department has to have and what programs. There are certain processor speeds that need to be considered. There are certain operating systems that some have to have. Not everyone needs everything, but there are some that do. Office suite and all of that. You need the professional office suite in most instances.
But doesn't that get added in later? Or maybe he's including all that in that cost after he adds that to the basic of the computer.
There isn't a bill for a laptop on here, but
No, I know there's not, I'm just saying this reminded me.
Yeah.
I see it from time to time where we buy laptops.
right, and
I see-
generally those specs come over here and you guys see those if it's over $1,000, that's all here. But a lot of it has to do with the processing speed and the capabilities of the unit and what programs it can run, so. I'm not the IT expert, so, but I do know that, you know.
Well, and I guess it.
Like, for instance, what I was talking about at budget time, about when we replaced the commissioner's laptops, I don't think we need to go with anything quite as beefy as what you had the last time. Now, I'm gonna need something beefy, but you guys can probably get by with less because you're not going in and doing daily work on it. You're using it for specific things, maybe like for viewing your packets and email, those things. So I've already talked to Lloyd about that when we're ready to reorder and when we get the bids, that I want to look at something with lower specs because you guys don't need
No, we
that.
just need basic.
Right, but when we bought them the first time, we weren't really sure what you were gonna use, how you were gonna use them, so.
And maybe it's because they're older, I don't know, but I find mine to be slow, and, but maybe that's because it's so old. But I was just saying, Kurt, I buy my laptops from Sam's or whatever, then I
We've
get,
had-
and then I get, put in what I want to put in.
Right.
And I will tell you, and this is just funny, it's just funny, but when I went over, and this is two months ago or something, when I went over to Planning and Zoning to get, when they introduced the new CUP, had it put down on a thumb drive for me. Brandon said, okay, that'll be ready for you in about 20 minutes. I said, 20 minutes? And he said, yeah, that's about how long it's gonna take, because it's pretty cool, lots, a lot of information. I said, okay. So I went, some errands and stuff, and came back, and sure enough, it was done. But then I went home and put it on another thumb drive, and I had it done in 4 minutes. So, I mean, it just strikes me odd. I don't understand the cost versus when you say beefy or speed, because I'm not seeing it. But I'd like to see it here. I'd like to see everybody have the type of speed and capability that I have, and I don't know what you have to do to get that. Anyway, just a comment.
Okay.
You have fiber to your house? Okay.
I do.
I was supposed to say I thought your areas, I remember when they put it in.
I know.
I just wondered how it was working.
Awesome.
Everybody seems to say that. up there.
Awesome. I can hit a button and I'm there.
Yeah.
And if I'm not, I'm nervous. So, but.
That was Mr. Obama took care of you there. He
Okay.
did. He did. That's who passed the bill for,
Well, then how come he didn't do it for you?
they didn't do it for all, it was for rural electric, or rural counties. is what it
Oh,
passed
because
for.
you're in the.
Tri-County did it, but they got the grant through Obamacare, yeah.
Well, I would tell you, I pay dear for it, you can get different uploads and
Uploads,
downloads.
right.
And
Mhm.
I do pay, but
But
to me,
everybody
it's
says
worth it.
Everybody says it's great.
It's great. It's
You got
great.
any fiber out there where you're at?
Yeah. We've got 2 cans and a string.
That's what Peabody feels like too.
Yeah, yeah.
They ran it in the ditch up there on 110 a few years ago, but we can't access it.
Uh, Yeah, I mean, it come out of Peabody and went up to 110th.
I'm not sure, it came up through 110, went down 110, and headed off somewhere.
There was one specific one that I know was run specifically for the school.
Yeah.
That, for some network that they have, but I don't know where it's located.
Yeah. Okay.
I haven't been on the computer. What's the agenda looking like Monday?
We haven't set it out yet,
Okay.
we're still developing.
Okay.
I mean,
I just want to.
we'll have administrative, we'll have road and bridge. You all had asked for an update on the expedition project. So I've got, I'm working to get some people scheduled in here to give you an
Okay.
update and next steps and kind of
Okay.
what the commission
Good.
should consider. Right? And then that CUP application will actually be heard and the commission, come before you all on July 8th for action. So, and as of right now, they're still verifying the petition, so.
Are we gonna have some time with Brad before this, the 8th? Is he gonna be here?
In regard to this, or something else?
Yeah, in regards to that.
In regard to this, your attorney is Pat Hughes, and I will have him here to help advise, and Brad may be here also. It depends on his schedule, so.
You're talking about Monday?
Uh-huh.
On the 8th,
On the 1st and the 8th,
so Pat, you to be here on the 1st and the 8th.
yes.
Okay, any other questions of Tina as far as payday?
Did everyone sign?
So, no, I'm still working on
Okay.
this. So are you still counting? Are you still working on the petition?
It's still in the works of being verified right now, yes.
Oh, okay, so, I- way you wanna do that? I will look just for a minute quickly,
If-
while I have a chance here.
Well, Diane's looking at that. Being we're right in the middle of budget time, and, you know, I just wonder if it wouldn't be wise to have a memo from the commission to the department heads just to encourage them to continue to look for efficiencies in purchasing and oversight. Just to be good stewards of this budget. We don't want to micromanage them, but we want to encourage them. That's something that Tina could draw up and we could take a look at before we sent that out.
All right, good idea, no problem with that. And have you heard from the transfer station architects? Did they get you a?
I had an email
Did
this
you?
morning,
Okay.
right before I came in here,
Okay.
so,
Okay. They said they was gonna try getting us a rough estimate.
yes.
To,
The rough, do you want me to go ahead and print that off today, or did you want that on Monday? The rough, I didn't bring it in
Yeah.
since it's payday, but I believe the rough estimate for the total project, including phase one that we're doing right now, was just over 2 million, is what their rough estimate is.
Blew our estimate out of the water.
Let me make sure I didn't tell you wrong.
No, I'm sure you're right.
Well,
I was guessing.
my memory isn't always the best, so I want to make sure.
Well, we're purple today.
Twinsies.
Yes.
Not on purpose, it's just kind of, we ended up coming out of the bedroom and the bathroom going, okay.
Aha. I see.
oh, we're in trouble now.
Hey, good morning.
Which one? For the sheriff?
Oh, I know.
Go back.
From there.
Need to get with you on that bus issue outside of town sometime, emergency. You can send me to the right person.
Is it,
Yeah, it was $2,096 total.
Okay.
rough estimate?
Yeah.
Okay. Anything else from the commission? Okay.
What did you say you needed now?
Oh, I didn't know when I first came in if you guys had anything for me or from me or something.
Diane had asked about the rock from Harshman. Did you want to ask?
Oh, yeah, I
Anything about
noticed
that, or-
yeah, good point. So I had seen that we had quite a list of rock from Harshman, I think it was $78,000 worth
Okay.
that we bought strictly from Harshman. Are you pretty much applying from Harshman?
Not that I know of, and I think that could also be that rock from, that we brought in,
The Waverly Rock?
the Waverly Rock.
Okay, and that's also from Harshman though.
Well, it's
That's
just-
one of their secondary.
Right, but we're bringing it in and we're actually purchasing it through them, even though it's that other rock. I can follow up for sure, but I don't think maybe that's when it's come through, but I don't think we've been all from Marshman. Because I mean, it's crazy if we can get rock from somewhere else that still meets the standards, cut down on truck and stuff. I'll follow up with it.
Yeah, yeah. And I know there for a while we were trying to kind of share north from south.
Sure,
different
sure,
things,
yeah.
Spread it around a little bit rather than.
It all makes
customize
sense.
you want.
Sure, yeah.
We haven't seen none of that hard rock down the south in the county, so it must be all going to the north.
Is that what it is?
Oh, come on.
Just about it.
Must be Friday.
That's about to pass that along.
Okay, anything else from the commission?
No, what, you look like?
Sure, go ahead.
Go ahead, Ken.
You can
That's the
write
last
that,
thing.
write that stuff
Yeah,
down.
do,
You know,
yeah.
just-
Last thing on our agenda.
I know. Tom's got a lot to say today, though.
There's no
No
public comment today, is payday. Not. You want to move to adjourn?
Second.
Okay, moved and seconded to adjourn, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
You ever had anybody say no when it comes to attorney?